Good time zone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iodine. I'm your host, Benny. And today we are doing some writing. Starting in on part 3 of chapter 19 of Hopeless. So let's get into it. Try doing it again. Ugh. Whatever, man.
My name is Derek, he said, extending his hand to her. He was certainly older than Naomi, but was still a young man himself, and she didn't find him unattractive. He had dark hair and eyes, but his beard was well managed and light enough to soften his jawline. With a t-shirt, a light sim leather jacket and jeans, he presented himself with a relaxed, friendly vibe. His hand was warm and his grip was firm. Naomi was both relieved and slightly offended that Derek didn't give her hand a stereotypical kiss. To her confusion, his forwardness didn't seem to have any sort of sexual interest behind it. "I'm Naomi," she said. There was hesitation. She had been taught that if somebody is interested in her for anything other than sex, they were a bigger threat. Everybody wants something. "It's a pleasure to meet you, Naomi," Derek said. "I bet you're wondering what my interest in you is. Well, let's just say I'm a great judge of character, and I enjoy meeting new people and breaking into new communities." "Is that so?" "It is. I'm in a lot of different communities, and if I don't know you already, I can usually tell what kind of people a person surrounds themselves with at a glance. You, however, are a bit of a mystery. Almost like you just appeared out of nowhere." "Maybe I did. Overprotective parents? Something like that." "Ah. And finally out on your own for the first time?" Derek asked. Naomi didn't respond. In a recollective gesture, Derek leaned back in his seat, getting more comfortable. "I know the feeling. Honestly, an ice cream shop is one of the first places you visit? Not a bad choice, though. I don't know if it's a very good place to meet people." "Seems to be working pretty well so far," Naomi said, regardless of whether or not I was looking. "Fair enough." Derek nodded with a smile. "But, if you are interested, I could recommend a couple of clubs where I think you'd be very popular," he said. Naomi simply looked at him with a raised eyebrow. "Of course, if you prefer a quieter setting, I can work with that too. What makes you think I'm out to meet people? Everybody needs friends, right?" Derek wasn't wrong, exactly. Naomi knew that trustworthy contacts were indispensable tools to survive and thrive in modern society. It was the trustworthy part that was tricky to find, but she had to start somewhere. She didn't trust Derek as far as she could throw him, but she knew that sense of caution was there to keep her alert and as safe as possible. "Take it or leave it," Derek said. "It's your decision, but I have somebody I think you should meet."
Hey. Okay, yeah, I gotta rework a little bit. Rework this a little bit. Okay, scene 2. Jesus Christ, come on. Okay. First things first. We need to create a profile for the guy that she's gonna beat. And for that, we'll do a little generation. So I think I'm gonna go with Rowan Holt. What the hell, dude? Come on. Why is... No subheading. No credits. No subheading. No credits. Pronunciation. Okay. Click your profile picture at the top right. Select features, scroll down to other features. Click on OK. Features. Okay, it is under features. Okay. Yes, yes. Alright, what did I go with? Rowan. Rowan Holt. Skittish young man has done something to upset the marked for death by the Voidwalker Syndicate. Oh, he doesn't know for sure that the Syndicate is after him, or that it even exists. He feels that somebody is after him. Hey there, Nathan. Welcome. How are you doing? Hey, it's no problem, man. I'm just glad to see you. How are you doing? Well, I'm glad to hear that you are good. That makes me feel good, man. I'm good too. I got my capture card in today. Did you yeah, feel free to put a link in, man. Will I stream Legend of Zelda? I do. I have both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But they're on the Switch 1. I think if I wanted them to play nice, to look nice and everything, I think I have to get the upgraded versions. I did want to play Metroid, however. I don't have a Metroid yet. So far on my Switch 2, I have Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong. That game is flippin' awesome. And Pokopia. And that's it, I think. Honestly, I might be doing a lot of setup tonight, and so I don't know if I'm actually going to be streaming tomorrow morning. If I do, it's just going to be a short test stream. I'm not gonna dig into a new game yet. Hey. I already have an account, you guys. Do-do-do-do. Blue Line Police Station. A series about a police station in New York. A story about officers who come to work and deal with things like organized crime, drugs, and sometimes even things that are not from our universe. How's my writing? I haven't really wrote in anything yet today. Hey, howdy there. Wow. I don't think that's regulation uniform. You got 2 parts up? Yeah, get that voting going on. Nice, man. Nice. Darius Titan. Okay, so Rowan Holt is a skittish young man that is marked for death by the Voidwalker Syndicate. While he doesn't know for sure that the Syndicate is after him, or that it even exists, he feels that somebody might have it out for him. I'm unsure of what he could have done that makes him marked by the Syndicate. Provide some ideas. How long am I going to stream? I think I'll go a little bit longer today. Yeah, I'll go a little longer. Maybe up to an hour longer. This for why Rowan Holt. Okay. Drawn together. I've seen a few episodes of it. It's kind of funny. And the rookie. Alright, I'm gonna have what's her name read this stuff. If you pay attention, try help me decide what of these options I should take.
Here are several possibilities for why Rowan Holt has unknowingly drawn the attention of the Voidwalker Syndicate. I've tried to keep them grounded in paranoia, secrecy, and plausible deniability, the kind of thing that would make Rowan feel hunted without fully understanding why. Napture 1. He saw something he wasn't supposed to. While working maintenance, transport, or surveying, Rowan witnessed an unregistered ship landing, armed personnel moving prisoners, a concealed syndicate symbol, or a dead body being transferred. He didn't realize what he saw at the time, but someone noticed him noticing. This works well because Rowan's fear feels justified but vague. The syndicate acts to eliminate loose ends. Naomi may recognize details he doesn't. Number 2. He stole or purchased data unknowingly. Rowan bought black market hardware or salvaged a drive containing survey maps, personnel records, encrypted communications, or coordinates tied to a syndicate operation. He may not even be able to open the files, but someone is tracking the missing data. 3. Mistaken identity. Someone with a similar name, appearance, or genetic profile betrayed the syndicate and Rowan has been incorrectly flagged.
I don't like that one.
This creates paranoia, tragic irony, and potential future revelations. Especially effective if Rowan thinks, open quote, there's no reason anyone would want me dead. Close quote. 4. He helped someone escape Rowan unknowingly aided, a runaway captive, a courier, a witness, or a failed syndicate recruit. Maybe he gave them a ride, forged paperwork, hid them briefly, or simply failed to report suspicious activity. The syndicate interprets this as involvement. Nashtar 5. He's related to someone important.
Okay.
A family member, disappeared, defected, stole from the syndicate, or worked near them. Rowan inherited the consequences without understanding them. This is especially good if he grew up hearing, open quote, don't ask about your father, close quote. Namster 6. He found the Geological Survey Station. This is a strong tie to Naomi. Perhaps Rowan explored abandoned facilities, posted photos online, sold scavenged equipment, or discovered evidence of habitation. He doesn't know it was Naomi's prison. The syndicate does. Number 7. He's been talking too much. Rowan is nervous by nature. Maybe he keeps asking questions, discusses disappearances publicly, talks in bars, or keeps trying to connect rumors together. He doesn't know enough to expose the syndicate, but he might eventually. That alone makes him dangerous. He interfered with a syndicate operation by accident. Simple, but effective. Examples: delayed cargo, damaged equipment, interrupted a handoff, filed a report, rerouted a transport, or stumbled into a meeting. He's insignificant. That's exactly why the syndicate eliminating him feels terrifying. Strong recommendation. Given the tone of Hopeless, I'd suggest combining he discovered something connected to Naomi's former facility, and he's intelligent enough to keep pulling at the thread. This makes Rowan sympathetic, paranoid, genuinely endangered, and narratively connected to Naomi. It also gives Naomi emotional conflict. Open quote, kill him as ordered, or recognize herself in him. Close quote. My favorite version. Rowan is a salvage tech or surveyor. He explored a decommissioned geological survey station. Inside, he found strange restraints, hidden living quarters, evidence someone lived there, and encrypted equipment. He took something small, a drive, a knife, a badge, or a data fragment. Since then, people have followed him, his communications glitch, strangers stare too long, and someone broke into his room without stealing anything. He doesn't know what he found. Naomi does.
Like the first one, mix all 4, create, ship, body all. He saw something he wasn't supposed to? I think, yeah, he saw something he wasn't supposed to and kind of mixed with the Geological Survey Station, which was actually the place where Naomi was held captive and trained. Maybe he didn't find the one that Naomi was in, but he found another one. And yeah, maybe he stole something. Maybe not stole, but posted photos online. Maybe, yeah, I think maybe he, you know those people? Have you ever gone around and, like, explored, like, abandoned buildings and stuff? What do they call that? People who explore abandoned places. They call them urbexers? Urban explorers. Yeah. You know, they just do it for fun or whatever. And he took some pictures, took some video with his eyes and kind of like put them online or whatever. And since then, his profile has been wonky. It has been real weird. He hasn't been able to like post some stuff, and I think maybe while he hasn't really received any threats directly, he feels like ever since that happened, he's being hacked or monitored or something. Yeah. And I think I like that. Now, the thing is, Naomi doesn't know that this guy is marked for death by the Syndicate. She thought that she was just introduced to him because, well, yeah. Picked a few series that I never watched and some that I watched, put them on TV Time app. I watched Star Wars Clone Wars, first episode, CSI Miami. Ooh, you started watching Clone Wars. Nice. And CSI Miami. Alright. The one that I watched when I was a kid was the original CSI. The one that came before Miami. That was my jam. Yeah, Miami is the one that's the wildest. Like, that one really tries to go for style over substance. I would say. But, yeah. What's his name? David Caruso? Wow, is that what he looks like now? Dang. What ended David Caruso's career? Oh, wow. After CSI Miami was canceled in 2012, he never acted again. Yeah, CSI Miami has a ton of action, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Naomi is aware that Rowan wanted to buy the syndicate. She is introduced to him by Derek, who she is aware is part of the syndicate at this point. And when she begins story series, I'm showing what happened after James finished Mikhail. He ended up on the news, but didn't get fired because everyone knows how wildly. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Okay. Rowan has discovered urban exploration as a hobby and entered a survey station we abandoned the same room that Naomi came from. Find evidence of captivity and torture. He posted videos online and shortly found the videos to be corrupted to suspect that he is being watched online. Provide a brief article about Rowan. Okay. Dang. Punished by Rebecca because someone told her that Ryan brought 3 hookers in the night shift and they all recognized him. Kari and Lex chase Happy in Staten Island. Used a New York map. Yeah, nice. I've done that before. Used like Google Maps to try and plot out where characters are and stuff. Of course, I can't use that with my current story because most of it takes place on other planets. Naomi and Ryan go to the building where some guy called police because of bad smell that came from an apartment. Ryan broke in. He found a girl on the floor that didn't move, but luckily they found out she has a pulse. A guy that was a long time dead, but smell came from an electric stove where something was burned on it and was still burning. Elena, Ryan's ex, she's a detective and forensic, and then I had a CSI joke. Naomi says Elena is CSI. Asked Ryan, does he know what CSI? And he says Vegas, Miami. Elena is Ryan's ex, which he cheated on. Classic. They argue if she's detective or forensics. Because Ryan says she's a forensic. And when she comes, she just says that she's both. LOL. That's it. You have the first 2 parts of episode 1 short. Nice, man. Nice. Do you ever find it hard keeping track of like details about your characters and events that happen? Okay, let's check this out.
Rowan Holt is a resident of SDV 11017, known locally for his interest in abandoned infrastructure and off-grid exploration. Employed intermittently as a cargo handler and survey assistant within the planet's primary settlement, Holt gained modest online attention through short-form videos documenting forgotten industrial sites, relay stations, and decommissioned corporate facilities scattered across the world's sparsely populated wilderness. Several months prior to his disappearance from public networks, Holt uploaded footage taken inside an apparently abandoned geological survey station located deep within a forested mining region outside of Stellar Dynamics' jurisdictional patrol routes. The videos depicted deteriorated containment rooms, restraint hardware, heavily scratched interior walls, and evidence suggesting long-term human habitation despite the station's official closure decades earlier. Viewers noted Holt's increasingly uneasy demeanor throughout the recordings, particularly after discovering locked lower levels absent from publicly available survey schematics. Within days of publication, the footage became corrupted across multiple platforms. Mirror uploads suffered unexplained data degradation, audio desynchronization, or complete replacement with static-filled black frames. Holt himself claimed that archived local copies had altered spontaneously, with files becoming partially overwritten or inaccessible without clear technical explanation. Following the incident, Holt reportedly became increasingly paranoid and withdrawn. Associates described him as nervous, sleep-deprived, and convinced that his communications were being monitored. He frequently referenced unidentified users accessing his accounts, unexplained login attempts, and recurring visual distortions on network-connected displays. Though no formal investigation was opened, rumors surrounding the survey station and Holt's subsequent behavior contributed to renewed speculation regarding clandestine activity operating beyond the officially documented boundaries of SDV Canton 17.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Though, there is some work that I would like to edit. Resident of SDV 1017, known locally for his interest in abandoned infrastructure and off-grid exploration, employed anonymity. The plan's primary settlement, Holt gained modest online attention through short-form videos and decommissioned corporate facilities scattered across the worlds. Sparsely populated wilderness. Hey, it's Y! Welcome in. How are you doing today? Red characters in Discord. You have your own server for that. Nice, man. Using new stuff. Hey, Bard the Elder. Welcome. Welcome in. It's nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy. Discord is really useful for like creating your own server and making channels and stuff for like specific characters and events and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's really useful for that. I did that a decent amount until I started using World Anvil here. Okay. Several months prior to his disappearance from public networks, Holt uploaded footage taken inside an apparently abandoned geological survey station located deep within a forested mining region outside of Stellar Dynamics' jurisdictional patrol routes. The videos depicted deteriorated containment rooms, restraint hardware. I'm glad you're doing well, Y. I was watching a thing yesterday. It was actually Stephen Colbert, the Late Show. He had Obama on, and they're actually talking about the Obama Center in the official library in Chicago, and they said they were expecting it to. It's gonna open on like, is it July? Might have been June 19th, Juneteenth. Well, yeah. And that, that made me think of you, why? Alright. Bard says, saw the redhead, and she told me to come and view you. Awesome. Sometimes. Almost midnight UK. Day been busy. I'm trying to write my very first novel, so that's good, I suppose. Hey, Way to go, man. Write that novel. I really hope, oh, man. Completing my first novel, man. That was amazing. I actually cried. I actually cried when I finished it. Psychological thriller about coping with phobias. I love that. That sounds like a really interesting idea. Man, good luck to you, man. Can I ask what you write? Like, how are you writing it? Like, what method you're using? What program? Or, you know, if you're doing any structural development, you know, planning out of it or whatever. I won't cry if I ever finish my 3 stories that begin before New Year. Okay, so the next viewers noted Holt's increasingly uneasy demeanor, particularly after discovering locked lower levels absent from publicly available schematics. Within days of publication, the footage became corrupted across multiple platforms. Mirror uploads suffered unexplained data degradation, audio desynchronization, complete. Self-claimed that spontaneously, which files became partially overwritten and inaccessible with clear technical explanation. Following the incident, paranoid and withdrawn associates described him as nervous, sleep-deprived, and convinced that his communications were being monitored. Accessing his accounts on display long attempts and recurring visual distortions on not on network-connected displays in his BSI. Brainstem interface. Rumors surrounding the survey station and all subsequent behavior contribute to renewed speculation regarding clandestine activities operating beyond the officially documented boundaries of SDV 1017. Just good old Google Docs, nice. I've gotten 7-writer. I'm more of a throw the planning on a spreadsheet kind of guy. Hey, spreadsheets are all right, man. For my first 2 novels, Deicide and Suicide, I did those entirely in Excel. Well, I mean, I wrote the main portions of those in Word and Google Docs. I think I wrote them in Word and then copied them over to Google Docs so that I could, lend them out to everybody so that they could, make comments and stuff. Google Docs is really good for, beta readers and stuff. But yeah, for the planning, for all the background planning and stuff, I used Excel extensively for that. And even in this, I still use wait a minute. Okay, it did save it. It's just weird that it didn't put his name in there. What? Why is... That's fine. But, yeah, for the setup here, I made this thing within World Anvil here. Like, I actually started with this and kind of moved things around, and when I did the Excel spreadsheets for my previous books, I had like one tab was for characters and another tab was like for the list of events, and yeah, good stuff. In my late years and have a load of story thoughts, but nothing on paper. I have a complete Discord, and there's around 9 complete novel synopses and planning there, including a trilogy. Hey, as I was just telling Nathan, Discord is also really, really good for like organizing notes and characters and yeah, like information on setting and everything like that. But of course, I always recommend World Anvil for like it's made for doing a lot of that stuff. I love it. I love World Anvil. And I suggest it at every opportunity. Yeah. Got all that stuff running around my head. Yeah. I tried that. Like, before I finished my first book, I had like, I didn't do any preparation or like note taking or anything. I would just start writing a story from the beginning, and just kind of relied on what was in my head. And eventually I just kind of got burnt out of that stuff, and I found myself like forgetting some information, and when I would go back and like reread what I had written, like some of the stuff didn't make sense, it wasn't cohesive, and that kind of just like ruined the stories for me. So when I finally decided, I got kicked myself in the ass to start writing out the basic plot first, then I was able to actually finish my first novel. Use Copilot for checking realistic options. Would A do this? Would B shout at A? Then just dump it all on there. There's so much in there. I agree, man. I agree. I haven't used much Copilot, but I have been using ChatGPT as like to bounce ideas off of, and never to actually write like the actual writing of my stories, what's actually going into the books, but to help me flesh out characters and events and things like that. AI has been a really big help for that. Okay, so this is part 3, chapter 19. Naomi is meeting Rowan Holt. There's a blocked message here from Consuming Fatty VSF1. Consuming Fatty. Yeah. It's just a bot. But, interesting name. That's it. Copilot for realistic options. No feelings or novels should be human, not AI. Agreed. Got a lot of corners where there's common sense or just filling. I know exactly what you mean, man, and I mean, I'm all for it. Like, in my opinion, even if you do have AI like writing your story, the story itself is only ever going to be as good as the human that chooses the words that they put in the story, you know? How do you get the TTS? Is that part of GPT? Okay, so this one, when I do this in ChatGPT...
Rowan Holt is a resident of SDV 11017.
That is ChatGPT. However, I'm using Google Chrome here, and I think you could probably get it on some other things. Let's go to my previous... Hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Full screen. Go to my previous one. There's an interesting thing that I think Y actually showed me. Y, who was in here a little bit earlier. So there's a plugin called MS Edge TTS, or Microsoft Edge. Search for that, and what that does is I can go ahead and select some text here, and then I can right click and hit this button, Speak with MS Edge TTS.
You know how you can fix that? A man said from another table nearby. Naomi turned her head toward him. You need to warm the roof of your mouth. Rub your tongue against it. Naomi did as he suggested, and, sure enough, the pain quickly subsided. She thanked the man with a stoic nod and took another, smaller, taste of the ice cream. I'm glad I could help, the man said with a smile. You look like someone who doesn't have ice cream often.
That sounded weird at the beginning without context. But yes, so this is Microsoft Edge text-to-speech reader. It's really good. For this generation that I just made,
you know how you can...
I can actually go and download this, and I can play it back. I have to grab that then. Sometimes the words sound better in my head than out loud. Yeah, man. The having an AI read it, read it out, like having a voice read it out for me, is so much better for me being able to hear it than reading it with my own voice or hearing it in my head. Like, hearing it out loud by someone or something else is so much better. And when I go through and do my editing, like second draft and everything, I'll basically have it read the entire thing. Yeah. Does Google, I imagine Google Docs probably has a pretty good text-to-speech reader. That would make sense, but I haven't tried it in Google Docs for a while. One for using too much lexical abuse. I definitely understand that. I try and use big words and, you know, definitely a lot of, you know, phrases like interesting phrases and stuff, and there isn't one on Docs. That seems like a massive oversight by Google. Like, why why wouldn't Google have a text to speech? I guess they just rely on people having like add-ons and stuff to do that for them. But yeah, I'm sure if you're using Google Docs, are you also using Google Chrome or maybe Firefox or something? Because yeah, I'm sure you can get the Microsoft Edge text-to-speech plugin for both of those. And it's really useful. Like we've just been saying, you know. Yeah, sometimes I do worry about that, but sometimes I also go back and think like, okay, maybe maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. Maybe I should trust my reader to you know, like, obviously this is a science fiction thing, and I generally feel like people who go out and read science fiction are probably going to be generally pretty intelligent, you know. Not to say that readers of other stuff aren't intelligent, but I feel like I don't have to worry about if I'm getting like certain, you know, technical with stuff. I feel like sci-fi fans don't really have an issue with that. Cerebellum reflexical anodes. Not part of the usual language. Yeah. Hey, have a good night, Nathan. Glad to see you. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you for following.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Bard. Okay. I'm rolling, the man said. Barely looking. Naomi. His head was down. Staring at his drink with Dark, baggy eyes. Yeah, in the golden days when I didn't have a proper job, I did stream every day. Fortunately, I do have a job now. And so usually I'll do a handful of streams at the end of the week, middle to the end of the week. Yeah. For writing, I try and stream Thursdays and Fridays starting at, well, it would be 3 o'clock p.m. for me here in the Mountain Time Zone of the United States, or UTC -7, if that helps. I would hope that would help. Or basically 2 hours ago, 2 hours and 20 minutes ago, is the time that I usually start for the writing streams. But I'll also do gaming streams later in the night, or for you guys in the early morning. In fact, I just got a capture card, and so I'm going to be streaming some PS5 and Switch games, hopefully in the near future. Yeah, I just got it today, so I'm gonna install it later. Probably test it out on my Switch or something. But yeah, usually those will start in about 4 to 5 hours from now. And that's Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday nights. I do want to play some more Pragmata, though. That game was phenomenal. And there's more to do. I didn't 100% it. I think it is a game that I want 100% though. Okay. The shovel. Was the first word that came to Naomi's mind. Okay, after this stretch, and then one more break, I'm probably going to go ahead and call it. So yeah, Elder, you want to tell me a little bit more about the story you're writing? I'd love to hear it. First word that came to Naomi's mind. Is there any particular software you use to turn into a Mobi? So these chapters just continue on from the last one. What's a Moby? I'm not quite sure about that. Oh, EPUB. Moby, yeah, that's one of the formats for e-publishing, right? The one that I use is called... Hold on. Do I even have it in my favorites? I use it so freaking rarely. But it's basically the one that Amazon recommends for publishing on Kindle. Let's see, maybe if I search Amazon. Maybe Kindle? KDP. Or the app is called Kindle Create. It's not a great app, if I'm going to be honest. But it does separate like the chapters pretty well. Ooh, I have my previous ones here. Let's go to existing file. No. Choose. All right. This is not the like this won't handle the outer cover of the stuff, like when you upload it onto Kindle, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. It will put, like, it'll ask you to make the cover for it. So this is all the stuff that's inside it. So whenever somebody actually goes in and downloads it onto their Kindle and stuff. So front page and then contents, and all of these are once you like download them, they're actually clickable if you can click on your device. And yeah, it's yeah. By default, it only has like a few different well, I mean, it has like some templates, and then you can like change them. There's not a whole lot of like fonts and stuff on here. That's all right with me. And then yeah, you can adjust all kinds of stuff. And so yeah, this one is called, like I said, Kindle Create. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I mean, no, I'm not gonna install that yet. Maybe later. Okay. Hey, it's no problem. But honestly, like, it's probably the first one that you would... In fact, I don't even know any other ones. I haven't, like, even looked at other ones. Like, I haven't looked too much at making a physical copy. Though I know Amazon actually has some options for like automatically being able to like make physical copies for you. Like there's a little like online web designer that allows you to like format it into an actual like book. And I did do that years ago for a short story. And yeah, it had like a minimum page length. I think it has to be at least 15 pages. And yeah, that was a short story. I thought I had ordered like a physical copy of that, but I don't think I ever did. Oh, what was it called? Oh, it was called Stalker. why did I choose to call it that? Like, I had already known about the movie and the book it was based on. And then there's the video game, you know. He looked like he had the weight of the universe on his shoulders. Yeah, cover puts you right in the focus frame. I could see that. Like, these images over here. These are AI generated images that are based on the characters that I'm writing about. I made a bunch of like each of my main characters and stuff, and putting them up on the screen helps me to visualize like what the characters looking like, and sometimes the situations that they're in as well, something related to their setting, situation, or the kind of, you know, like physical style that there is. Yeah, but I like to yeah, even like having the book cover, which, you know, has elements of what you're looking for in your story. Like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Music as well. Music. The music that I'm listening to here, this is just lo-fi beats that are unlicensed, basically. But I like to try and make like a playlist that's what, you know, kind of like what the music would be if I was watching a movie or a series about this. So this is Lo-Fi Girls compilations, mixed with some other like recommended stuff from Spotify. But there's one here, my playlist for, oh, what do I have in Devour? Yeah, that has some really good stuff. Then I also have my suicide playlist. You know what? Let's listen to some of that, because it's pretty cool. It's very moody. A lot of it is like classical, like piano, from a band called Boren and Der Club of Gore. That's so good. It's like something straight out of you know, like film noirs, detective fiction, the hard-boiled detective. Ex-musician, ex-programmer, so I get all the mood feels from them. Nice. Yeah. For my first few books, I would use a lot of licensed music and stuff in my playlists. But I decided, for some stupid reason, that I would stream my entire writing process. And having licensed music on your stream, it's a big no-no. And you might be aware. In fact, just playing this playlist that I switched to for Suicide, I might get a copyright strike for some of these songs. Yeah, exactly. So I try and make sure I remove all of the ones that I get like warnings about from YouTube and whatnot. I don't really get them. I don't get warnings from Twitch all that often. Sometimes they ask to like mute pieces of the VOD, but YouTube is YouTube. They're very sensitive over there on YouTube. Speaking of, I'm also streaming on YouTube as well as Twitch. So if you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. I've also got like gaming vids and stuff, gaming streams, and whole series on Metal Gear Solid 3. On his shoulders. Okay, so I was thinking of this thing. I think it's $1 billion idea. Except it's very AI heavy. And that's been there's a lot of backlash. A lot of backlash about it right now. But okay. Speaking of copyright strikes. Okay. One of the ways to ensure that you don't get a copyright strike is to have AI music. AI generating music for the background of your stream. It can't be copyright stricken. Like I saw a law in California or something that says that AI generated content cannot be copyrighted. And like, fair enough. I can't really necessarily argue with that. Like, yes, I do think the human is important in this, and it's complicated. I would just go into a huge rant here about the state of things right now. But yeah, back to it's an AI generated music generator for the backgrounds. You don't have to worry about strikes, and you know the record companies can't complain about it. The record companies, man. The record companies. That's the reason why music is so freaking hard on Twitch and YouTube, is because of the record industry. It's, yeah. Original artists claiming the AI model took the material without their consent. And that's another thing. It's like, I understand and agree with artists that are very upset about that. Like, I agree. I definitely understand. But it is possible to get AI models and to look at AI generated, like the companies that generate the AI, and make sure that they're using models that are only getting content from sources that allow them to use it, you know. or what's it called? The open, that have gone out of copyright and stuff. Old books. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is happening real soon, isn't it? Did that already happen? It went into public domain. There you go. And yeah, like, yeah. Hey there, Hayden. Welcome in. It's been a little while. Looking while you make dinner. Nice, nice. I'd love what you making. I think I'm gonna have French toast for my dinner. Lucky and the weight of the universe on his shoulders. He wasn't trying to hide his demeanor. Anyway, trying to what's it called? Be invisible. Pork chops with mashed potatoes and green beans. Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had green beans in a while. Usually only have that at, like, Thanksgiving. I have mashed potatoes a lot, though. And pork chops, haven't had pork chops in a while. They don't want to know if it isn't making them money exactly. So we use the police roof without consent. And $20K a week to sting. Parmesan cream sauce. You're making me hungry. Yeah, $20K a week for life? It's like, just take the song down, man. Just re-record it. Certainly trying to check this song out. Just imagine yourself in a detective story, you know, sitting in the bar, corner table. The ashtray in front of you is full, but you've got a freshly lit cigarette in your hand. Drinking a scotch. Just trying to be invisible. Thinking about her. Really trying to be. Let's. Okay, so I can't remember if Google has this or, but I know Word has this. So when you right-click on a word in Microsoft Word, the top of the right-click menu will have synonyms for that word. Or there will be like a synonym thing. And I really wish more programs would do that. This doesn't do it at all. So what I have to do is I have to go over to Google and do what the word unnoticeable. Synonym. Inconspicuous, imperceptible, unobtrusive, undetectable. Inappreciable. That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard or read that word before, but I understand it. Makes sense. Inconspicuous. Unassuming or discreet. Those are all good. What was the last one? Unassuming. Yeah, thesaurus, exactly. Well, it's not like a full thesaurus that word has. It just has a few, like, words. And then I think at the bottom of it, it does have, like, a little thesaurus button so you can, like, pull up a full definition of the word and, I mean, you know, other words like it. Puff Daddy's I'll Be Missing You and his 2K a day or 730,000 a year. I haven't used a lot of Copilot. But unassuming isn't enough. I think imperceptible is actually pretty good. It's nice to meet you. Naomi said with a subtle smile. Make up my own words. I mean, that's how words are invented, you know. And sometimes I do. On very rare occasions, I might. And it's not like I invent the words. Just I consider, you know, how different words are structured, you know, and use that concept, that idea of like different structures of words to create new words. But I don't know. But coming up with just crazy words like Jabberwocky. Oh, Mr. Carroll. You magnificent clown. I'm not very good with, like, understanding the written rules of, like, words, how words are put together, and how sentences are formed, grammar. Like, I can't really tell you a whole lot of the rules as written, but I feel like I'm good at just innately knowing whether a sentence will work or not. I can just kind of, like, feel if sentences make sense. But then sometimes I don't. Sometimes when I'm going over my second draft, I'm reading a sentence and it's just like, holy God, what the hell did I do here? Was I high? And it's possible I very well might have been. I understand why English is the hardest language in the world to learn. Is it the hardest? I've definitely heard that it's hard. That is harder than most other languages. But I never heard if it was the hardest. I was just doing a trivia last week, and in fact, I'm going to have trivia in about an hour. I hosted trivia last week, and one of my questions was about at the turn of the century, the turn of the 20, from the 19th to the 20th century, from 1800 to 1900, there was an effort to try and simplify American English with the 300 simplified, the simplified word movement, I believe is what it was called. And it was popular enough that Teddy Roosevelt in 1908, I believe, basically took these 300 simplified words and made them mandatory for use in government documents. Whenever there was any government, like federal government documents being created, they had to use these lists of 300 words whenever it was necessary. Teddy Roosevelt, people loved everything that he did except that. Like, there was a huge backlash from all kinds of people saying that he's just dumbing down the English language, and that if anybody wrote those things, they would look like a fool and a dunce, But it turns out that a lot, like, if you look up the list of 300 words, a lot of those words actually we did end up using in our spellings. Like, for example, color, taking out the U from color, and armor, and other words like that. Oftentimes where there's double letters, they'll just remove one of the letters and make it a single letter. A lot of the silent letters went away. It's really interesting, a lot of the words that are on there. And then when you're reading some of the words, you're just like, they expect this word to be in a government document? I don't know about that. Reading a book at the moment, there are so many typos in it. It's unbelievable. Not just missed wrong letter, but it reads as if it was written via someone's audio file. Yeah. When the closed captions are really bad or auto-generated, I don't understand how auto-generated captions are still so bad. Like, we've got voice recognition going pretty good, you know, these days. But still, like, a lot of those auto-generated can be really, really bad. It's like Siri almost never misunderstands me anymore, you know? Yeah. Okay, now we said a subtle smile. She... Oh my god, I end up shouting at my smart idiot. I think part of it, for me, at least, I guess, is really... Yeah, it's partly that Siri has learned to understand me better, but it's also partly I've learned to speak in the way that Siri best understands me. Like, I've also adjusted the way that I speak to Siri to make sure that she understands me as well as possible. I wasn't sure. Okay, Naomi is going to... is introduced by Derek to Rowan. Naomi is unaware Derek is an operative for the White Walker Syndicate. Having trouble coming a reasonable way at Derek with a reasonable way that Derek is not familiar. Language is essentially a virus. It will change in all 2 or 3 generations. I've been toying around with the idea that language itself is a living being. It is an intelligent being, and it is where intelligence comes from. Almost like intelligence is in itself, and it is a being, that it is like an emergent being. Language is like the method in which intelligence infects humans. and allows it to infect other people. Yeah, my mind is in that spot. Okay, the reason way that Derek can introduce them. And how he knows Rowan first. He knows Rowan first place. Okay, Naomi is introduced by Derek to Rowan. Naomi is unaware that Derek is an operative for the Voidwalker Syndicate, having trouble coming up with a reasonable way that Derek can introduce them. Naomi says he knows Rowan. Dang, man. Long responses.
Derek's introduction needs to accomplish several things simultaneously. Feel natural and low pressure. Give Derek plausible deniability. Put Naomi near...
Hey, thanks for hanging in there, Bard. Thanks for coming in. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for the follow. And yeah, I hope I'll catch you next time. Same time tomorrow, I hope, if I'm awake. But yeah. I do have a Discord here. Yeah, that link should take you to my Discord channel. And from there, you can, you know, add me as a friend and, you know, whatever. Or if you just want to add me as a friend and don't want to go into the channel, you can find me at the same name as I have here, BennyKill709. Hey, no problem. Glad to see you. Nice, man. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I've got a little creative corner. You can put it in the writing section or world building if you want. Alright, let's listen to this.
Derek's introduction needs to accomplish several things simultaneously. Feel natural and low pressure. Give Derek plausible deniability. Put Naomi near Rowan intentionally without seeming intentional. Explain why Derek knows a nervous urban explorer. Avoid immediately raising Naomi's suspicion. The easiest way to do this is to make Derek appear socially connected, casually helpful, or professionally adjacent to Rowan's interests. Here are several strong options. Number 1, Derek as a logistics facilities contact, strongest option. Rowan explores abandoned infrastructure. Derek knows a guy who can get maps, access permits, or maintenance info. How Derek knows him. Derek works cargo logistics, infrastructure contracting, facilities oversight, or salvage coordination. Rowan occasionally buys information from him. This is extremely believable. Example introduction. Open quote, Rowan's always crawling through places he shouldn't be. Half the time he comes to me asking whether some old relay station's going to collapse under him. Derek smirked faintly. Figured the two of you might get along. You've both got that same stray dog energy. Close quote. Why it works. Casual, human, non-threatening. Let's Derek monitor both of them. Number 2. Derek as a bar acquaintance. Simpler and more organic. How they know each other. Rowan talks too much when nervous. Derek listens. Rowan has casually mentioned the survey station, strange file corruption, paranoia. Derek cultivated the relationship intentionally. Example. Open quote. Met Rowan at a dock bar a few months back. Poor bastard looked like he hadn't slept in days. Derek glanced toward him. He's harmless, just spends too much time chasing ghosts through abandoned buildings. Close quote. This subtly foreshadows Derek knows more than he says. Rowan isn't crazy. Number 3. Derek as a concerned friend. Derek frames Rowan as someone Naomi might relate to. Example open quote. Rowan's had a rough stretch lately. Thought maybe he could use somebody to talk to who doesn't immediately think he's losing his mind. Close quote. This is good if Naomi is emotionally detached, Derek is manipulating her empathy, Rowan is visibly frightened. Number 4. Derek pretends he's helping Rowan. Derek may already be monitoring him. He frames himself as helping Rowan secure housing, checking his network issues, or helping investigate the corruption. Example open quote. He came to me because he thought somebody was messing with his systems. I do a little network security work on the side. Derek shrugged. Most of it's probably paranoia. Still, figured I'd keep an eye on him. Close quote. This works especially well because it explains Derek's proximity, it normalizes surveillance, it hides his true role perfectly. Number 5. Derek uses Naomi as a second opinion. Very manipulative. Very syndicate. Example open quote. Naomi's got a good eye for people. Figured she could tell me whether Rowan's actually in trouble or just spooking himself. Close quote. This lets Derek observe Naomi's instincts, assess Rowan, test Naomi psychologically without either realizing. My recommendation. Combine Derek as infrastructure logistics contact with Rowan seeking help about the corrupted files. That creates natural overlap, plausible interaction, thematic cohesion, subtle menace. Example scene setup. Open quote. Derek leaned against the counter and motioned toward the young man sitting near the terminal banks. That's Rowan Holt. Met him through some old facilities work. Rowan looked up briefly, distracted and tired. He likes poking around abandoned survey stations, Derek continued. Recently found one he probably shouldn't have. Rowan gave a nervous laugh. Yeah, since then my accounts have been getting hit. My uploads keep corrupting, weird stuff. Derek smiled faintly. Told him he's probably just paranoid. Naomi noticed Derek watching Rowan much more carefully than Rowan seemed to notice him. Close quote. This gives realism, tension, dramatic irony, and subtle foreshadowing.
Sweet. All right, I saw you dropped it in world building. Oh, awesome, man. You did say that you make the covers first. Oh, that's really cool, man. Okay. Give that a little heart. I'm not going to read it now because I actually have to go. I'm a few minutes over. Hey, thanks for also joining Hayden. Yeah, collecting collecting Discord servers. It's always fun. Drew in paint.net too. Nice. Paint.net. It's very cool. All right. Can only collect 22? Is that true? I swear I've got to have more than 22. I didn't think there was a limit. Okay. Alright, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I want to thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. And check out patreon.com/BennyKill709 or buymeacoffee.com/BennyKill709. Either of these places will allow you to support me, the heck it is that I do here. Thanks again, and I'll go ahead and get you guys rated off to somebody else.